Hello, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Wellness Wednesday, where we take a bit of time for ourselves and color and spend some time just relaxing. So, hello, everyone. How are you all today? Hello, Celine. Hello, Crashes. Hello, Wickabella. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Andre. Hello, Rinka. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. And if Emmy is out there, hello, Emmy. Hi, Calamity. Hugs, 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 hugs. Loves to everybody. So we are still working on the sweet shop. You behave. Or don't. Whatever. uh, so we are still working on the sweet shop. I did get the stump all started and ready to go. So we just got to do a little bit of greenery on the stump, and then we've got all the rest of it to do. But I said, or don't. Hopefully Ashley will be in to help you, but she's napping, so I told her to nap. She is recovering well at home for anybody that wants to know. Yeah, exactly. Behave in your life? There is no such thing. You all crack me up. And Jen will be in a little bit. She will be running a bit late. She has her daughter visiting as well. Yes, hugs to Ashley. Lots and lots of healing vibes her way. She came through surgery fine and she is at home resting and relaxing. So if she's watching, hi Ashley. She'll watch at some point. Oh, that is very true, Celine. Awesome. Welcome, Rinka, to the Discord as well. Make sure that you hang out with us because we do hang out in the chat rooms at sometimes. So make sure that you hang out with us. There is a few of us that are regulars that just hang out. Yes, I told her the same thing. I told her, she said, I might be napping when you go live. I said, well, then nap, by all means. All right. So, what should we start? I think we will zip over here to the close-up camera. Zip over to the close-up camera, turn on a light. Move you around a little bit here. So we've got some work to do up here on the top with some browns and some greens. So we'll do a bit of that. Just looking for the right green here. I need this one. Exactly. It, you know, she is one of those ones that would just keep going and keep going. Yeah, I spoke to her this morning. I wanted to make sure that she was at home resting. I told her to get her bell and have her little house elf helping her out, and she said he's at work. But she deserves all the rest she can get right now. So I'm just going through with the lemon green and just going through and adding that green mossy color to the lines of the tree, of the bark, because it is a stump. So we're going to have some moss and not algae, moss and funguses and all that sort of stuff growing on them. Just like this part here and these parts here. I'm going to do those up as fungi. Fungi's. You know, we don't hear very much about fungi's anymore. Usually they're all wanting something other than fun. And of course I've done the darker area in the back, and I may darken it up a little bit more just because it's the shadowed area of the stump here. Such a fun thing to build a sweet shop in, a stump. Wish I could fit in a stump. Could you imagine the coloring corner out of a stump? Hi Della! Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to put in the green, and then I'll be going back over it with a little bit of the brown just to blend it in. And I'm going in strong with the green, straight off the pen. I haven't dipped it in water or anything, so it's not diluted whatsoever. And when I go over it with the brown, I will dilute the brown, and it will spread that green a little bit for me. Now we've got a lantern here, so this area here is going to be lighter. So we'll leave that area alone. Awesome. Hi, Sarah. That's awesome, Donna. And hello. All right, Wickabella, you drive carefully, my dear. So I have added water to the brown pen because I don't want it to be strong brown yet. I want it to be diluted to give it that grayed effect. And when it gets closer to the dark areas here, I'll let it go strong. And then we'll dilute it again to go over the green. A little bit more water there. I used up all my water. Oh, Wickabella, I will do so, but thank you. It was not necessary. But thank you very much. I love Happy Mail. Hi, Dion. Is it nap time? Have I already put you to sleep? Here I am trying to be all cheery and stuff and still putting people to sleep. It's okay. Although, I have watched a couple of my own videos and fallen asleep, so I don't blame you. I'm not sure if it's because they are extremely boring or extremely relaxing. I haven't figured that part out yet. Hi, Jennifer. You made it. Thank you, Celine. So once again, just going back over the brown, blending that green in. So it looks very cohesive, not like I just splattered green on it. As it gets into the darker side of the stump, I'm letting more of the paint out and not dulling it down with the water as much, because this side of the stump is going to be darker than this side of the stump, because this side of the stump over here where my hand is has a light source. Around the windows will be lighter because they will have their own light source. And we'll probably end up with a bit of yellow above them. And then we'll take the heat gun and we'll dry it and run the water brush over it for any blending that needs to be done. Try to stay in the lines. The great thing about these brush pen watercolor pens is that the paint is already in there for you. You just have to either dull it down, dilute it right in the pen, or you can put it on the palette and dilute it with water and a brush. I like using the pen itself because it has a really, really nice fine tip. So when you're doing detailed things such as this right in, on a coloring book page or in a book, it gives you the ability to get right in there. And these Poetique ones have a really, really beautiful brush. So it doesn't fray, it stays nice. So, all right, let's dry that out. Yeah, she is doing an awesome job on that dragon. Sorry about the heat gun. Yeah, I saw that. That looks like it is going to be gorgeous. I don't blame you for wanting to start that one. I do not blame you at all for wanting to start that one. Let's turn that light down a little bit here so that it's not glaring white at you. All right, so now on the windows, what color should we do for the window frames? Should we do a pink or a yellow? I'm going to start off with a bit of yellow because we're going to do the windows. Well, let's do that first. Hold on a sec. I'm going to grab this darker brown. Actually, I'm going to grab a gray first. And we'll do the fungi first. So I'm going to put in a bit of gray here, and then we're going to add some brown to it. And then we'll blend it out with the gray. The gray that I'm using is neutral gray 4, the same as I used on the stairs and the doorway, the door frame. Yeah, I'm going to have glow inside the windows because it does have a candle, so it's telling me that it's going to be a bit of a night scene, so I will have some glow in the windows. And then we're going to take this brown and we're going to just add a little bit of the dulled down brown to the top part here where it comes into the tree. And then we'll add a little bit of yellow on the edges of where it's going to be lit by the light inside. Pink. Alright. Now we're going to take some yellow. Well, I did this one because, well, Karen gave it to us, so in her Patreon, or not her Patreon, in her Facebook page. I did do Emily's Valentine's cake because I won it and I wanted to do it. I did, however, do it in markers, so it didn't make it into stream. I wanted to have it done for Valentine's Day, so. Okay, so we've added some yellow there for the lamp, the light coming out of the windows. And we're going to go through the windows as well. And I am touching the edges of the frame, the window frame here. Just to get a little bit of that yellow on the outside of the frame as well. Have that light glowing out a little. And then the same over here. Have that light glowing out just a touch. All right. Well, it's not an entire pink page deal. I will do it this pink, I think. Pink is this pastel rose. I'm going to dilute it a little bit. All right. Try to get down into all the edges. Keep that lighter pink up at the top. And the darker. As the pink starts coming down, it becomes darker. So then you just do your edges with it. Those little darker areas that are showing there. I just love Karen's work. I think it's just so cute. And do this one here a little darker on the edges. There we go. Oh, and that looks a little blurry for some reason. Does it look blurry to you guys? Let's see if we can fix that. There. It just needed to be zoomed in a little bit, I think. It doesn't like being zoomed out. Okay, good. It may just be me. Glasses may be dirty. Okay, good. No matter how many times I clean my glasses, it seems I always get smudges on them. Okay, so there's our pink window frames. Just going to blend this one out a little bit. Alright. Now we're going to take our water brush and we're just going to blend that so that all the lines blend together. I think I need to put a little bit more deeper pink in here. There wasn't enough deep pink in there, I think. Welcome back, Dawn. Yeah, I put everybody to sleep already. Like I said, it was nap time. It's time to relax. It's good. It's all good. Let's stick you all down in the tired bunny's room. All right. Okay, so there's our windows. I'm gonna dry those out. Once it's all dried out, we'll move on down to the window where the cakes are. So sorry about moving you around. Just going to shift you down a little. Nope, wrong way. There. That's the way we want it. And we're going to do this brown. Hello, Davissa. Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you're here. So I'm just doing the shelf that the cakes are on. And then I'm going to add the water to it just to dull it down and move it around. And then we'll put in the shadows from the cake trays. Because we got to have shadows under those cakes. Well, I guess we don't have to, but kind of unrealistic if they weren't. So I'm going full strength under the cake, giving it that shadow. And then we'll take our water brush and we will move things around a little bit. Like so, and then we'll dry it out. Well, hopefully you get some sleep. If I can help you get some sleep, then that'll be fine. Although I don't think my heat gun's helping any. Alright, now we're going to do the light behind the window. So we're going to start with a full yellow because the lights are on and people are home. So we're going to do a heavy yellow around the edges of the window. And then we're going to dip it in the water and bring that yellow in a bit. And we're going to lighten it as we get further into the window. As we get deeper into the room, we're going to make that yellow lighter. So we're going to use a higher strength around the edges. And then we're going to add water, dull it down as much as we can as we get closer into the center. like so. Well, thank you. All right, now we're going to dry that. And then we'll work on the cakes. I will be doing pink on one cake. And maybe a purple and a red. Make sure it's nice and dry. So as you can see, there's a darker edge around the outside, and as we get closer into the center where the cakes are, it lightens that yellow a bit. So we've got our pink out, so we're going to also grab a light purple and a red and a gray, a light gray, but I want a, yeah, I think this one. I think that's too dark. Not that I can't lighten it up, but, and that's black, so I don't want black. Alright, so we're going to use the gray on the cake trays. We're going to lighten it up a bit. And once the darker starts coming back down, we'll do the edges and the shadows of the cake. Like that. Alright, and then I think this one we're going to do a little bit of this light brown for the cake itself. I toned it down with some water. And then as the brown color comes in, I'll do the shading area. So that one is going to be a vanilla kind of cake. A white cake, I guess. And we're going to take our water brush and we're going to spread it out just so we can blend any harsh lines that we have there. And I think this one we're going to do purple. I think I want to dull that down a bit first. So we're just going to do the actually the darker isn't too bad either. So we got some light purple on there, and then we're going to take a darker purple. But this one I am going to dull down quite a bit because it is a pretty dark purple. I'm going to do the edges and the little dots in the center. we go. And then we're going to take a nice red, and we're going to do the hearts on top. There we have it. I'm just going to take a tiny touch of the pink on the edges there, showing a bit of light. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you had a good night's sleep. I've been really foggy all day too, Sarah. I just, for some reason, have not been able to wake up today. I don't know why. So this one, we're going to do, we're going to do it with this pink and this pink. So we're going to do the whole cake pink, except for this bottom tier. And we'll do the icing part with the pink. And then we'll put the cake part in, and we'll do a chocolate cake. And we'll do this one chocolate strawberry. Alright, the first pink that I used was a real brush, no, that's real brush pen, light fluorescent pink. That was silly of me, wasn't it? And then this one is the pastel rose. We're going to use the pastel rose for the shadowy areas. And the edges of the cake here. A little bit down on the drips. Like so. Yeah, I drink lots of water, but I also drink lots of coffee, so. Now we're going to take chocolate brown. I think that's this one. Bitter chocolate. And this one I am going to dilute quite a bit because it is pretty dark. So I'm just going to dilute it, and then when the dark comes back, I'll do the shadow areas. Like so. Yeah, Jen stays away from that stuff. She's smart. Me, not so much. I like my caffeine. Alright, now we're going to put the red heart. No, we're not going to put a red heart on this one. We'll do a hot pink. So this one is Dog Rose. And we're going to do hot pink rose ones on the top here as well. Try to stay in the lines because those are really, really tiny little hearts, and I'm not doing a great job of it. Hi, Christina! And then we're going to use orange pink for the tray. And we'll take a little tiny bit of rose pink, I think, and just do the shadows with it. Alright, now this one here, we're going to do, let's see, what color haven't we done? I was thinking to do it red, but that's a lot of red. I don't know if I want to do that much red. Now that I think about it. What's this one? Let's do a bit of this color. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. So we'll do some coral red, which is a bit of a pinky red. And then we'll use darker for the shadows. The other red was just too red for an entire cake. But that one's not too bad. It's more of a pinky red. So then we'll take scarlet. Which one do we have here? We'll take rose red. And I'm going to dilute it a little. And we'll do the shadows with it. They are Valentine's cakes, so, you know, I do them in Valentine colors. And, alright, there we go. Alright, take care, Della, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Have a good day at work. Now for the tray. I think I want to do a nice green tray. Let's see if I have a nice minty kind of green. That's too dark. Too light. Let's do it this one. So we're going to put some water down. We'll do a bit of a minty green, I think. It'll go with the red, right? You don't need to keep your advice to yourself, sweetheart. You are fine. just doing the under part of the base. And I want it to be the dark color, so I'm just going to let it go full on. Same with under the cake. Exactly, exactly. All right, now we're going to take, what one's this? No, we already did that one. It's too dark. Let's do this one. I'm going to take a little bit of pastel rose again, and we're going to do the heart here. But I'm going to dull it down a little to do the center area here. Just so it's a very light pink heart. And get that all dry up and decide whether or not we need to add a little bit more chocolate to that chocolate. It's starting to look a little less chocolatey, a little more purpley. So I think we're going to add a little bit more of that bitter chocolate. Just give it that good deep chocolate kind of coloring. That's better. That looks more like chocolate. Hi, Marie. Yeah, it's better. That's more chocolatey. It was kind of looking like a really washed out chocolate. All right, so for the little hearts here, we're going to use the deep scarlet red. Concentration. And then I'll come back through with a white gel pen and put the light areas in. As well as the chain, I will do that in gel pen as well. Just because I want to do it all sparkly. I thought about doing the hearts in that too, but I like the color. Well, thank you, Davissa. I appreciate that. All right, now for our fun little fungi there. We're going to take soft violet, and we're going to do one of these little guys with some soft violet. Then we're going to do the edge in some clematis. And I'm putting this on straight because both of these are quite a light color once they're dry. But you could dilute it if you want it to be lighter. Once again, all you do to dilute is just put the tip of it in some water and it will dilute it right up. So as you can see, as it dries, it becomes a lot lighter than it looked while it was wet. So the next one we're going to do is, let's do one for Dion in Dog Rose. I'm just going to do the edges in the Dog Rose because it is a very, very, very hot pink. And then we're going to take the Pastel Rose and we're going to go right into it and pull it all in together. I'm going to go down the stem here as well. Like that. And then once again, when it dries, it will dry lighter. Now we're going to take some green. Let's do this one. Just going to use it fairly bright around the edge here. I'll take some water, dull it down a little bit, and bring it into the center. Like that. Same with over here, but I'll finish those up first. And we're going to take our, where is it? Did I put it back? I may have. Looking for a orangish color. That's henna. That's too orange. Must have put the pink orange back. Or I stuck it in the wrong spot. I stuck it in the wrong spot. So there's orange pink. And then we'll take, yeah, I think this one will do the best. Just a regular orange. And we're just going to do the very outside in the orange. And then we'll do the rest of it in the orange pink. Which basically dries as a nice peachy tone. And we're going to take a little bit of the orange and put it down here like that and blend it in. So just like alcohol markers and other markers like that, when you go over top of a color, it will bleed into each other and eliminate those hard lines that you may have created. Now the next one, we're going to do a nice red. So we're going to use rose red around the edges. Because it's a nice dark red. And then we will use, I think it was, is there another one in here? That one's too dark. Yeah. Just trying to find the one red that I was using. There it is, coral red for the inside here. It's a reddish pink color, so it just blends into that dark red really nicely. And then down, there we go. When you put your lids back on your pens, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit more of that red, deep red. When you put your lids back on your pens, make sure that they click. Otherwise you can end up with leaky pens. Just laying that down until the color starts coming back down, and then I'll do the darker areas around the edges, which is the opposite of what I did in the first one, because I let the darkness be and then I put the water on the pen. And because I didn't use the pen, didn't move that ink around, that water just stayed on the tip of the pen until I was ready to move it around again. It won't stay there forever. The ink will overtake it, but you can dip your pen and then come back and have it still have enough of that water on there to use. All right, next is our little flowers here. We're just motoring right along here. Do you guys want to see what it looks like so far? I'll move those over here because I still need them. But if I want to show you the whole picture, I gotta move it over to the main camera. So far, after an hour, that's what we got so far. So we've done the upper area, we've done the cakes and the windows, and we've done a couple of the mushrooms on the sides. We're going to do the little garden here in the front, the little garden here, finish up those mushrooms. I'll finish up the grass myself because it's boring, and then we'll move up to the other flowers and whatnot. So by the end of today, it should be almost all done. So let's keep going. So there's the little windows up here at the top. We've got the lantern, this area, those flowers. Yeah, we got lots of time. We got this. All right. So I'm going to switch you back over to the close-up camera. I'm going to shift you on over, and we'll do this little garden right here. So I'm going to grab a different green. I'm going to grab a darker green here. So this one here is, no, I don't want emerald. Blech. Not fond of emerald green. Pine tree's too dark. Bronze green is too brown. Olive green is too brown. Where's my grass green? That's acid. Looking for the leaf green. That's lemon. Maybe I already have it out. That's light. What's this one? Bud. Okay, there we go. So we'll use these three colors. So we're going to start with a bud green. And hopefully the green has come down. There we go. Welcome home, Wicca. I hope you had a pleasant drive. Alright, and then we're going to take some yellow green. And we're just going to go in there a little bit. So this is lemon green. So we're just taking a bit of yellow because that light from above is going to be hitting this area here from the window. And then we're going to take our light green and we're going to blend it all together. So just like a colored pencil, you can easily blend your colors together with the lighter color or with a water pen. Because these are a watercolor, you can easily blend them together with just a water pen, which is what I'm going to do. Just to make sure that I have it all blended all the way to the edges and still give that bit of yellow showing through. Make sure you get to the edges of your plants like that. Once again, we're going to dry it out. And the reason why I'm drying each little piece at a time is it keeps the page from warping too much. So when I'm trying to do the flowers up above, I'm not ending up with bubbles of paper up on there. So I don't end up having paint rolling downhill, basically. Alright, so let's do the green for the flowers. Okay, Donna, well, good night. I hope you have a pleasant sleep. And I'll try not to be too loud. Alright, so we're just using the bud green on the leaves. I'll still be loud enough for everybody to hear me, but hold my I keep on finding that I'm holding my breath while I'm trying to do the smaller areas. Don't hold your breath. Alright, now we're going to do, we did red up there, so let's do pink on the little flowers here. So we're going to grab our, let's see, what pink do I have? I have orange pink here, and we're going to grab the pastel rose. And we're going to do the bottoms in the pastel rose where they're going to be darker. And then we'll use the orange pink up on the top where the light from the window is going to hit it. If that makes sense. Yes, breathe, breathe. Yes, I will breathe, I promise. And there we have our pink little flowers. Hello, honey. Are you heading home? Alright, now we're going to do this one here. And we're going to actually add a little bit of emerald green to this one. Just because it's far away from the window. So it's going to have darker areas. Alright. Alright, Rinka, thank you for stopping in. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I assume it's evening. It may be daytime, it may be early morning, it may be late night. I can never keep up to everybody's time zones. Alright. Then we're going to go up the stalks with the bud green and do the little leaves there. Then we're going to take our purples and we're going to do these little flowers in purple. Because there's a lot of pink and red everywhere, so I'm just going to put the purple in to balance it out. There's a lot of red tones in the browns and gotta balance it. There we go. Alright. Oh, and you guys can't even see what the heck I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Hi, Alex. Nope, that is not the right color. Well, that one's going to be an interesting color. Thank you, dear. I moved down without thinking about it. Alright. So now we're going to shift over this way. And we've got these ones here to do. And I'm going to do them the same way that I did the other ones. I'm going to do a little more of the oranges though. So we're going to do an orange and a light shadow orange. I need this one, I think. Yeah, orange pink. And we're going to go up. And then we're going to put the orange pink in, pulling that orange down. And then we're going to do the pastel rose. And do the edges of the pastel rose, I think, with some dog rose. And then we're going to do a little tiny red one here. And this is rose red. Way down there. Little tiny one. Alright. Now we are, other than the grass, we're completed on the bottom. So now we're going to move up a little. So we're going to bring you up here and shift it back over. And drop you down a little bit. Alright. We're going to do those top plants there. And then we'll do the tedious little plants there. Hello, Smurf. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. So the first one we're going to do is yeah, let's do the oranges first. So I've got orange, pink, and orange. So we're going to do the edges in the orange in those shadow areas. And you're still off camera. Figures. There you go. Sorry, guys. And then we're going to take the orange pink and we're just going to go right into that orange and blend it out. Like that. Just like that. Make sure we get all of it. There we go. Alright, so there's our orange one done. Now we're going to do these little flowers. I think we're going to do them in some blues. I don't know. No, we'll do them in purples. Just because I don't want to throw an extra color in there that I don't have anywhere else. So we're going to start with clematis. Excuse me. Oh dear. Hold on. Tickle in my throat. And usually when that happens, a sneeze happens. So I'm waiting for it. And hopefully it just doesn't decide. It decides, yeah, I'm just going to mess with her a little. Alright, so I did the center areas with the clematis. And then I'm going to go in with the soft violet. And we're going to start in the clematis and drag it out to the edges of the petals. And I think for the smaller flowers I might dull down the soft purple soft violet, because that does seem a little dark. So I'm just going to dull it down a little bit. We'll see how light it dries, because it does dry a lot lighter, but I don't want it to be too dark either. And how are you today, Smurf? Hope you slept well. Alright, so there is our purple flowers. I'm just going to dry these. And the orange. So as you can see, it dries a lot lighter than when it's wet. How it looks when it's wet. That's the words I'm looking for. Alright, so we're going to start in the grasses here at the bottom of the plant. And we're going to use our emerald green for those darker areas. And up the stalks. Like so. And then we're going to take our bud green again. And we're going to work that darker green into the rest of the plant a little bit. And then we're going to do little teeny little leaves. These leaves are tiny. And then we're going to take our yellow, and this one is Laquat. It's an orangish yellow. And we're just going to do the centers here. And there we have that one. Now we're going to take pine tree, and we're going to do these leaves with pine tree because they're a little bit, the type of leaf is a little bit darker. And I don't want them all to have the same leaves, so just do a little bit darker here. I am doing good. I don't know why, but I can't quite stay awake, but I am doing good. I don't know why I'm tired. So just dragging some of that dark green around a little bit with the bud green. And I'll go through with the water brush and blend it together. Alright, so we've got the bud green down there, and now we're going to just grab some water and we're just going to move those colors around a little bit. Just blending things together a little bit better. And then we're going to take our dog rose. We're going to do our shadowy type areas. And dog rose is a very hot pink color. Awesome! Oh, everybody's coloring. That's always good to see. Plenty of people out there taking time for themselves on this wonderful Wellness Wednesday. Alright, and there we have our pink flower. Looks like a little bleeding heart. Alright, now for this one, I think we're going to go red. Rosy red. Let's try not to throw the pens all over the place. Where'd that one go? Oh, just threw it on the floor. So we've got scarlet red there, and we've got coral red. So we're going to use the scarlet red in the deeper areas. Try to get into all those shadowy type areas. Awesome. And then I'm going through with the coral red and just blending it into that deeper red tone, color, whatever. And just blending it together. Like so. Now, just make sure that we get some of those edges all filled in there. Blend it together. Some water on there. And then we're going to take our heat gun and dry it out. Yes, I talked to Ashley this morning, and she is doing well. She's at home resting. I told her to nap. All right. Now I think we need a bit of a brighter pink. So let's grab our fluorescent pink, light fluorescent pink, and then we will grab our pastel rose pink. And we'll do this one here in the brighter, lighter pinks. So I'm doing the dark areas with the pastel rose. And this area here, we're going to actually add a little tiny bit of yellow. Oh, well, I hope that he has a safe ride home and that you have a good dinner. My hubby should be coming in the door any second, too. There he is. I don't know why he didn't come in through the garage, but he's home. Okay, so there's our bright pink ones all done. Are you almost home as well, Alex? And then we're going to take just a little tiny bit of this yellow and we're just going to put it right here. Just a little bit so that the glow of the lantern hits it a little. Alright, so there's all of our little plants up top there. I think we're just going to put just a little dark down here. Awesome. Well, be careful. Get home safe and sound. There we go. Or drag it out for another half an hour and you don't have to deal with the kids until after the stream. I'm bad. I'm a bad influence. I'm sorry. Alright, now we're going to take pecan and we're going to dull it down a little bit and do this top part here. As the paint comes back up, do the edges. And then we're going to take some yellow. No, not shadow, orange. See, there you go. Sit under the tree in the park and you'll get home when you get home. And then I'm using yellow cream. And we're going to put the yellow cream on the outside here as well. And then we're going to take the water brush and we're just going to push it over. Pushing that light over a little bit. put a little tiny bit of the yellow on the board. And I'm going to add some water to it. And I'm going to just fill that in a little. Dragging it out into that night sky. Like so. Now for the inside, we're going to take a little bit of orange. We're just going to go into the center. And then we're going to take our yellow, and we're going to do full strength of the yellow right over top of the orange and around the edge. And down the little spots there. And on the edge of the candle. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, go away. Sneezes, go away. Now, I think I may have dropped one. Or put it back in the wrong spot, which is very possible. Pale lemon yellow, this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. So I've got pale lemon yellow here, and we're just going to put some water on it, and we're just going to fill in the glass inside the candle lantern. And then we're going to let it dry. I'm going to take the water brush and just spread it around a little. Make sure that we get into all those little areas. Sorry about the sniffle. Like I said, for some reason I feel like I'm going to sneeze, and it doesn't want to. Going to dry that out, and then we'll do the edge of the acorn. Well, thank you. There we go. We're just going to take a bit of this lemon yellow and just go into the leaf areas and down here on the edges of things. Trying to make sure that it stays fairly light. Take our brush and wash it out. Yeah, I used to rip the pages quite a bit too. That's one thing that I have learned is, in order not to rip the pages, a heat gun or a blow dryer or something to dry out that area will make things a lot easier. The one thing I like about the brush pens, the paint pens, is you have a little bit more control over how much is going down, and they have a very fine point, as you can see there. So it makes it a lot easier to get into those smaller areas. Or you can put it down on a palette and pick it up with a larger paint brush or a water brush and just lay it down and dry it out. I need this one, which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to pick up this light green, and I'm just going to go right over top of all these leaves. try not to get over top of the flowers, but if I do, that's okay too, because I will be painting over top of it. But I want to get that background nice and green, which the easiest way to do it is this way. And then I will add the detail with straight color. There's a lot of little spots in that in here, which I will be going over with some gel pens to make them sparkle. Because, you know, what's a fairy tree without sparkles? Right? That's my thought anyway. Can't have a fairy tree without sparkles and glitter, come on. Definitely not a cake shop. Well, you could, but it would be boring. Glitter is a necessity. In my fairies world anyway. I know this brush is pretty short, so you guys are probably not seeing everything I'm doing, which of course would help if I moved the camera for you and moved my hand out of the way. So basically what I'm just doing is I'm just basing with the light green. Oh, well, then I guess you're going to have to go home if you're going to run out of battery. Alright, then I'm just going to take the emerald green and just go gently into the flowers. Or not the flowers, the leaves, I mean. There we go. Like so. And I'm just going down the center bits of the leaves. And I'll brighten them up with the bud green. But I will do it straight instead of diluting it. So it gives the background a lighter color than the leaves. So the leaves still stand out. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm trying so hard not to cover up the page on you. Alright. Alright. This is the detailed part. Although it is one of the final bits. So we're almost actually finished this page. Amazing as it seems. 2 streams and it's all done. For me, that's a record. For me, that's a record. It's funny because I can color picture after picture after picture on my own. But when I'm in here with you guys, either I get distracted too easily or something, I don't know. But when I'm hanging out and coloring with you guys, I color a little bit slower. I don't know why. Maybe it's so I can stretch it out and hang out with you guys longer. I don't know. So once again, just going with the emerald green down the center of the leaves. Trying to make sure I don't use the emerald green on the flowers because that would be bad. The lighter green I can cover up, no problem. The emerald green, not so much. Not unless I use a lot of blue. Alright, now I'm just going to go over these ones. And I'm using the bud green once again. Straight off the pen, I haven't diluted it so that we get that nice dark bright color. Sorry guys, don't mean to go quiet on you. Just concentrating. Little tiny leaves. Sorry if I am blocking your view as well. I think I've lost everybody. Everybody's sleeping. They all ran away. Right. Now think of what to do for dinner after stream 2. Huh. I think that's another reason why I go so slow, so I don't have to adult so quickly. I have to go adult after stream. Don't want to. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're coloring. Everybody's in the tired bunny room. Oh, that is possible. It all depends. Alright, so now we're going to use our purples and a little bit of pink for the flowers here. So we're going to do the outer edges in the clematis. Hi, Terry Lynn. And then I'm going to go with hollyhock in the edges here. In the little tiny bubbles here. Use a little bit of hollyhock there. And then we're going to take some shadow. No, I don't want shadow orange. I want this one. Loquat. Loquat. It's probably not how it's pronounced, but I don't care. That's what we're using. And then we're going to take some yellow and do the centers as well. And that's the flowers that we're going to do. And it balances out the lack of purple everywhere else. And mix it in with the pink. And the oranges as well. So we have everything all together. Hey there, Viking. Welcome, welcome. And then the yellow. That Viking guy is everywhere. He is. He's a good guy, though. All right. So the colors that I'm using, if you're using the same pens as I am, is Clematis for the dark purple areas, Hollyhock for the pinky purple areas in the four corners, and then we have Loquat, Loquat for the center, and then for the very, very, very center, we have Yellow Cream. And I'm just repeating the process all the way through the flowers here, trying to keep everything fairly cohesive and well balanced. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. I don't know if I'm succeeding, but I'm trying. I'm used to doing this with pencils. I'll show you in a second what I mean. Not so used to doing it with brush pens. So I have all the brush pens in my fingers that I'm using. Now I'm used to doing that with pencils, but it's a little more difficult with pens. And I know that a lot of other people do the same thing with pencils. I would not suggest doing it with pens unless you're silly like me. Alright, now for the yellow in the center. And fill this one in. Then we're going to glitter it. I think this is the last one. And then we've got some glittering to do. And we'll finish up this big heart here. And then I think we're going to be done with it. And I just got to do the night sky, which I'm a little bit apprehensive to do because I don't want to ruin it. Backgrounds have not been my thing this week. I have not done well with backgrounds this week. So we'll see. Alright, so there we have, oh, I've still got to do the edge of that one, the lantern as well. So I need this, is it this one? Is this one? Nope, that's bitter chocolate. I don't want bitter chocolate. I want this one. We're going to come through and we're going to use shadow orange. For the bottom of the acorn here. Like so. And then we'll take our brush pen, this one, and we'll just smooth it out a little. There we go. And then we're going to dry this all out. And I don't know about that one, Davissa, but it won't be ruined, but it may not be the way I want it to look. Now we're going to grab our gel pens and we're going to fill in these little dots, and I think that will, oh, and we've still got the sign to do. But then I think we're pretty much done, other than the grass, which I'll do on my own. So I'm going to do the dots in red because I want them to be like little berries. And we've got the purples and the pinks and everything else already there. So in the flowers. It's been one of those weeks when every time I try to do a background, it does not go the way I want it to do. I think I've been able to do one background this week that went the right way. All of them have been heading south. I think they're winter people. All right. And the one thing about putting down the green first is even if you don't cover completely with your gel pen, it doesn't look unfinished. It just looks like the greenery is showing through. And it gives your gel pen a little bit of shadow, which is good. Because sometimes you just want it to be a little bit shadowed. Because those berries need to be in the back. They've got all the leaves and everything over top of them. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So what do you guys think? Should I do the sign in glitter gel pen or should I do it in paint? Glitter, glitter, glitter. Okay. So far we have 2 votes for glitter. Do we have any votes for paint? Are you guys all tired of seeing me? You're all tired of seeing me paint. Or should I do it in glitter paint? Because I do have some of that. However, the gel pens are right here and I don't have to go get them. I like sparkly things too. Alright, we'll do it in gel pens. Just because I have them here and I want it to be glittery. Okay, I think we have all the berries covered. So, now we're going to do here. Now what we could do is we could paint it and then go over around the edges and the words with the glitter gel pens. What do you guys think? Do the whole thing in pink and then add some red or hot pink glitter gel pen to it. I like sparkly things. Sparkly things are always good. Nobody has an opinion of that? Well, let's at least do the ribbon. I'm going to grab this one here as well. So I'm going to do the edge in the dark. The more glitter, the better. And we're going to go over the dark with the brighter red here. And then we'll do the edge. Aw, yeah, it's hard to think when your feet hurt. You are correct. Okay. There we have the ribbon done at least. Yes. Yeah, even if it's tough to see on camera, it still likes to stand out a little. All right, so let's look at our pinks here. This one. Don't really have, that one's a little lighter. Don't really have a really light pink for the glitter, so I'm going to go over it with pastel rose first. Add some water to it so it spreads a little better. I think my pastel rose might be drying out. Might have to buy some more. Alright, and then we're going to dry that. Hey there, Ronnie! Get that all dry before we go over it with gel pen so that we don't tear it up. Now if you are going to go over a painted area with a gel pen, Just remember that it may still be have a little bit of water in it. So if you press too hard, you can end up tearing your page. So be careful of that. Just going over this part. Just filling it all in with the glitter pen. Now I put the paint down so that I won't have a lot of white spots showing through if I miss any areas with the glitter pen, and to tone down the brightness of or the darkness of the glitter pen. So it gives a good background, but it also gives that a little bit of color for it to bounce off of. Otherwise, the glitter gel pen could potentially be too dark. If I remember right, these are very, very dark pinks. Alright, now we're going to go over the words with the darker pink. And there we have it. Oh, let's do the sweets here too. Okay, so now I gotta move my mess so you guys can see the whole thing. Because I do have a mess here. I have a mess of pens all over the place. Water pans and pens and... Alright, switch on over to the close-up camera, or the main camera, not the close-up camera. And I'm going to zoom you back a little bit so you can see the whole thing. There we have the whole thing. I will finish this part of the grass, so don't look there. And that is all finished up. Alright. So that is all finished, guys. We have finished yet another watercolor for this wonderful February watercolor month. And it's sparkly, if I can get it to sparkle. There you go. There's the sparkle. And it does have some glitter. So there's some sparkle there, guys. For my sparkle girls. Alright guys, so that is all finished up. I will finish up the grass and then I will decide on whether or not I'm going to paint the background for the night sky or if I might just take a marker to it. We'll see. Next week is, let's see, I think it's the start of, yeah, so we start the 1st, so the start of March is on Tuesday. Did you want to start a Manya Gates this weekend on Saturday? Or do you want to try to get one more watercolor in for the month? It's up to you guys. Once we figure that out, then I will let you all go and get your food and enjoy the rest of your evening. So you want to try to get one more watercolor in. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a poll. We've got 18 people here. Monya Gates start or watercolor. And we'll probably do it in spring cutting garden, so I'll just put flowers. All right, so we'll take a poll and we will see where we go. So 18 viewers, so everybody get your votes in, whether we do a Monya Gates or a watercolor. Hopefully, if we do a watercolor, we can get it all done before before the end of the week. Well, am I thinking that I'm on the wrong date? Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong date. So yeah, we'll do another watercolor. I thought it, for some reason my brain said it was the 23rd. Never mind. Okay, yeah. For some reason my brain said it was the 23rd. It's only, so we will do one more watercolor. Sorry about that, guys. We'll start them on your gates next weekend though. Hi there, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. I know you've been lurking. Yeah, my brain just wants the month to be over, I guess. Yeah, I was rushing the month out the door. It's okay. No problem. You can definitely lurk away. I know and I know that there's been lots of people in and lurking and falling asleep. It's all good. Yeah. Uh, I did miss a week, so yeah, we have a week more to go. So we will be doing a picture out of the one that we haven't done yet. I was thinking that it was a short period, but it's not. So it's a longer period, so we'll do Painterly Days. And we'll pick a picture out of Painterly Days. And then next month is Monya March. So we will be doing all Monya Gates coloring next month. So it does, doesn't it? For some reason, my brain said, "Oh, it's almost over." It does feel very long this month. I don't know why. All right, everyone. Thank you all very much for watching. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you watch. It does help us out a great deal. Of course, if you want to join us over on Discord, we will be hanging out there in a little while here. I do have some adulting to do first, but other people will be hanging out there. So if you just jump into a room, somebody will join you. If you don't already have the Discord channel, I think it's exclamation point Discord, and hopefully that will give you the right link. For some reason, the links don't like me. I don't know if anybody else is coming on this evening. If so, make sure you head on over and hang out. Um, otherwise, always remember to be kind to one another, relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Have a wonderful Wellness Wednesday. Until next time, bye bye for now.